Good morning, guys. Different kind of video. I know I say that a lot, it seems like. Not riding a bike, not doing a trail review, just a little update on the channel, me, life, etc. So if you don't want to see that, then close out the video. Planned on going. It is March 30th, 31st. I don't know. It's the last day of March. However many days are on March. I planned on spending all of March in southern U.S. filming bike videos. Well, that didn't happen. I got sick, and then my bike that I ordered got back ordered. I ordered it on back. It was supposed to be at the house before March. A week before it was supposed to be there, they said, "Hey, sorry, it's gonna be later." Cool, whatever. Came a week or two late, and then I loaded everything up to go to Florida, and I got sick again. So, fun. So then, I got better. I loaded everything up, drove all the way to Florida, rode one trail. I can't remember the name of the trail currently. I videoed it, but I haven't even looked at it to see if it's any good. I found out I was still sick. I wasn't better like I thought I was, and I got very sick after that trip. I got sick enough after riding that trail that I drove back home from Florida, like 12 hours. Yeah, it was rough. So I've been sick more since January than I've been sick in the last 3 years, probably 2 or 3 years. I don't get sick. I have a great immune system, so this year's just knocked it out of me. Let's see. On top of being sick, I kind of got into a I don't want to say burnout. That seems so extreme, but I got into kind of a funk. So I have ADHD. If you know me, then it's very obvious. If you don't know me, then I mask it pretty well. I try. Because people don't really understand your brain when you have ADHD and how things work. It's great. So when I left my job, I kind of gave up my daily mission, you know. My brain, if I don't have something to do, if I don't have something to do, then I kind of spiral. And when I quit my job, I gave up what I do every day. So I broke my norm. And I'm very routine based. So I kind of got into my head for a few weeks, especially with the getting sick and then the bike being back ordered and then getting sick again. Sorry, I'm walking my dog. I figure if I need to get out of the house, she probably does too. She could probably use a couple pounds also. She's a little plumper. But yeah, so I had a lot of stuff planned. I planned on doing the Florida Coast to Coast Trail. I wanted to do the Key Largo to Key West. There's several trails in Florida I wanted to hit. I wanted to hit trails in Georgia, trail in Alabama, a couple trails in North Carolina I wanted to hit, and it just didn't happen this month because of just health issues and mental health issues, you know. So yeah, it just didn't happen. So I did finally get the new bike. I took it to Florida, like I said, and I don't know if it's the seat or just the positioning. I've tweaked it and I can't get it comfortable. So I'm getting it professionally fitted on the 9th. Seems expensive for adjusting a few things, but if it keeps me comfortable on the bike or lets me know what I need to change to make it comfortable for the Northern Tier trip, then I'll gladly pay up. I discussed it in the Florida video, but I don't know how much of that video is going to be useful. So I bought the Priority Bruiser. Main reason was I wanted a belt drive bike, so it was less maintenance. You should be able to make it 4,000, 5,000 miles before having to maintain the pinion drive. So I should be able to do most, if not all, of the Northern Tier without any issues. I do need to buy a new belt still, an extra belt, not a new belt. And I need to get some inner tubes. I think I have everything else I need. I could use a new sleeping mat. Mine, I bottom out when I roll around. I'm a side sleeper and I'm quite heavy. So sleep comfort is definitely important when you're living off the bike. So I might be getting a new sleeping pad in the next couple weeks. I'm not 100%. No, I'm pretty much 100%. I have to get a new sleeping pad. I covered a lot of the Northern Tier stuff in another video I shot recently, but I didn't realize until I went to edit it that I was sick when I did the video. And I was like gasping for air the whole time and I didn't even notice it. But it became very apparent once I started editing, because that's all you could hear was that was the second time this year I was sick, I believe. It's been a rough couple months. The goal was still to start the Northern Tier the first week of May. I got all my maps. I need to start diving into them a little bit. I bought my first book to read on the trip. I'll probably be leaving it in a free library. I'm assuming I can find free libraries in some of the small towns. I don't think that's just an Ohio thing. Yeah, let me know. In Ohio, like, every town has what's called a free library. It's like a little box. It's usually on the side of the street with like a window in it so you can get books. It's usually for like one shelf for kids, one shelf for adults. It's just a neat little thing. You see them in people's yards randomly, and those people are awesome for doing that. But yeah, so hopefully I'll read the first book and leave it in one of those boxes and find something worth reading until I get to the next one after that. I don't read a whole lot. I used to read a lot. Just priorities, I guess. So I'm hoping that all this time I'll be having at camp and such will give me time to actually start reading again and get me off my phone. Sorry, my dog tried to kill me. I think she saw a squirrel or chipmunk or something. I don't know. But she about yanked me off the darn trail. So as far as the bike goes, hopefully I'll get it fitted and everything on the 9th. Be able to start putting miles in, because I've only done like 40 miles on the bike this year. 45 maybe. I don't count the exercise bike at the gym. It's not the same. If I counted that, I'm probably at 100 or so, but it's hard to count that, you know. It's just not the same. But whatever. So the goal is to go on Bane's community ride, group ride, whatever you want to call it, on the Creeper Trail, April 11th. I believe I will check and put it right, there. But so if you're interested in going there, I'll even leave the link to his event if I can find it. And then I'm not sure what I'm doing after that. I might do the Mendota Trail again. I don't know if I'll video it, but it was just such a beautiful trail, and it's springtime. It'll be nice to see what it looks like this time of year. For anybody that is curious, I'm on the Pottersburg Trail today. It's in North Lewisburg, Ohio. I think it's a mile and 3/4 each way, maybe 2 miles. I think it's under 2 miles. But it's a cute little trail. I think they repaved it last year because I don't remember it being in this good of shape. But there's 2 benches. I think 2 bike racks. The bike racks are just for you non-kickstanders because they're not bolted to the ground or anything, so there's no security purpose for them, and there's nowhere to go even if you did use them for security because they're in the middle of, well, fields. But it's a cute little trail. It's great for the area. I wish they would expand it, maybe stretch it out and hit the Simon Kitten Trail one day. Probably never happen, but it would be pretty cool. It's a cute trail. I like it. I put it on All Trails 5 or 6 years ago probably, so it's on there if you want to check it out. I used to put a lot of trails on All Trails, but seems like they're pretty much all mapped nowadays. I was planning on doing the whole trail, but I just realized the sun was washing out the camera, so we turned around. There is a covered bridge on this trail. It's where they have the Covered Bridge Festival every year. There's also 2 or 3 other covered bridges in the area. There's one about a mile away that you can drive through. This one's just for the bike trail. And then there's another one about 2 miles, maybe 3 miles away in the other direction that you can also drive through that goes over Darby. I can't remember if it's Big Darby Creek or Little Darby Creek, but it goes over the river. I'll show you the covered bridge when I get back up to it. There's actually 4 covered bridges. I thought there was. I forgot I drove through the Pottersburg covered bridge, and then there's 2 other bridges in the area other than the one that you walk through on the trail. So there's 4 bridges in like a 5-mile radius. Back to the northern tier. So I'm doing Maine to Washington. That is the ultimate goal. With the exception of I'm doing the North Lake connector, or I'll put what it's called right here. I'm sure I'm messing that up. Sorry, my brain really isn't. I haven't been able to focus on anything lately. So that'll take me through Ontario, and then through Michigan into Wisconsin and Minnesota, and then I'll reconnect with the northern tier in Minnesota. I'm thinking about skipping the Upper Peninsula and just taking the ferry from Ludington, I think, to Manitowoc. Ludington, Michigan to Manitowoc, Wisconsin. It's a ferry to go straight across Lake Michigan. And I'm thinking about doing that. I don't know. It's just going to depend on when I get there and how the weather's doing. Because the Upper Peninsula can be absolutely brutal with mosquitoes and flies. And if they're starting to pop out, I'm probably going to take the ferry across. Or just if the weather's going to be bad, I might take it. Now, there is another trail in Michigan I want to hit that I believe this trail would cover, that I was going to do a separate video on, so I'm not 100%. Nothing's 100%. So we'll see. But just putting that thought out there, I might do the ferry. Plus, I would like to eventually circumnavigate all the Great Lakes. Lake Michigan will probably be the first one. So, cutting out the Route 2 portion in the Upper Peninsula would leave something there for me to ride fresh when I do that eventually, if I'm ever able to get the time off to do it again. So, and I think it'd be kind of cool to circumnavigate the Upper Peninsula in general. I think you see a lot of beautiful things. If you've never been to the Upper Peninsula, go. You know, you got Pictured Rocks, you got Bond Falls, you have endless sandy dirt roads. You just have endless peace. I don't suggest going in prime mosquito season though. I went to the Upper Peninsula last year for the first time in the summer. I went in the fall, and oof, you Yoopers, I don't know how you guys handle those damn mosquitoes. They're so bad. Like, they were lifting me off the ground and trying to carry me back to their queen or something. It was awful. But nothing pants and a bug net can't fix. Hopefully this audio's coming across fairly well. I did not bring my microphone with me, and it is quite windy. I was thinking, oh, the trees will block all the wind. I wasn't thinking that it's still early spring and there's no leaves yet, so they can't block the wind. Because normally, once these trees get the leaves on them, no wind can penetrate them. It's a thick wall of green. At least on the east side, which is where the wind usually comes from. All this gabbing I've been doing, and I just now remembered the whole point of this video was just to say that, yeah, things happen, life happens, and I plan on having videos to release every 2 weeks until I got back from the Northern Tier. And that's definitely not going to happen now. It's been probably a month since my last video released, depending on when I edit this and post it. So, might be able to get like monthly videos until I get back. I will be posting short form videos from my phone while I'm out, but yeah, it's not the content that I wanted to have out. I wanted to have a trail for you guys every couple weeks, and I failed that miserably. So unfortunately, life happens, but that's okay. It's all going to be okay. Almost back to this covered bridge, so you guys will see that. I think it was built in 1843. I don't know, I'll look in a minute. I'm sure it's marked on the bridge. I'm probably way off. Isn't it awful that the first plant life to prove spring's finally here is these darn invasive honeysuckles? All that green is all honeysuckle. None of it should even be here. Just takes over and drowns out everything else. Kills off all the other plants. Gives the animals a nice place to hide though, so I guess there's a plus to it. The birds are all singing today though, so that's nice. They're all Twitter-pated. If you don't know what Twitter-pated is, well, your childhood sucked. Okay, sucked might be too harsh, but I don't think anybody watching YouTube, or at least my videos, is old enough to say that they've never seen Bambi. Or young enough? I mean, people still show their kids Bambi, right? Huh. I mean, you gotta show your kids the classics. So if you're young and you haven't seen Bambi, which I don't think anybody young is watching my videos, go yell at your parents for not showing you Bambi. It's like a rite of passage as a child. You have to watch Bambi and Fox and the Hound, all the Disney classics. I think Bambi was made in 1942, 1943. Those movies were way ahead of their time. Like, the storylines were great, but the art was amazing. Like, yeah, I think movies back then were all hand painted. They weren't digital like nowadays. Nowadays, you can pretty much type a prompt into ChatGPT and make a dang Disney video. Won't get on the AI discussion though. Pros and cons. Pros and cons. That's all I'll say about that. Oof. I was way off on the date of when this bridge was built. Way off. I'm pretty sure I said 1843. The bridge was made in 1873. So I was only 30 years off. I guess in the grand scheme of things, it's not terrible. I could have been 100 years off, I guess. Pottersburg Bridge, 1873. They hang chandelier lights up when they do the Covered Bridge Festival and put a table down the middle. It's beautiful. If you're ever in the area and want to check it out, here is the Spain Creek Covered Bridge, built in 1883. This is the one you can drive through. The other two in the area that you can drive through are like more modern, quote unquote, covered bridges. They're the kind where they build the bridge and then they cover it. Whereas these two are actually historic covered bridges. This one is paved on the inside, unlike the other one. But the pavement is over the wooden platform. Like in the potholes, you can still see the wood underneath. I'm not really sure what the purpose of covered bridges were back in the day, but they sure are pretty. Well, I kind of ended that abruptly, didn't I? My bad. As always, guys, I appreciate every last one of you for watching, commenting, liking, anything you do. As always, I'll see you on the next trail.